about what, 220 then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was sparring with heavyweights, him and another heavyweight, but you know, he got started, he's had like 40 pro fights, and I think he done fought in Colombia about what, 5, 6 times?
10.
10 times?
Yeah.
You owe me some money too, Maurenzo Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, this is my first time in Shepherd, so I want to say hello to everybody.
And tell them how long I've been trying to get you to come. Tell them that.
Yeah. That's one thing I will say about Reggie. I know y'all know Reggie, he's from Shepherd. He's always talking about Shepherd. And he finally got me to come, because I'm always like, man, I ain't going that country town. And Reggie, I'm like, let's go to Shepherd. Come on, man, we got a round test. You gonna like it. I'm like, nah, Reggie, I'll see you when you get back. So he finally, today, it just touched my heart to finally just say, all right, I ain't doing it. Let me come out here and see what's going on with Reggie. And I was dressed different. He like, nah, you got to put on this shirt. And I was like, what? So coming out here, I realized that it was meant for me to come out here because I see I want to start working with younger people and the youth. I have 4 children myself. So what happens, I noticed that the change that happened with me was once you have children, you start, first of all, you get more responsible. Because when it's just you, you're just doing what you want to do. You know, if I got $20, what do I want to eat? But if you got 2 kids and you got $20, now it's 3 people got to eat on $20. So now you kind of like, ooh, I'm hungry, but I'm going to let them eat first, and I'm going to kind of be starving and give me a little something. So what I'm thinking about is, with the youth, if you start, I think I have a good message for the youth. If you start when you're early, like how old are you? 18. Wow.
Yeah, just like that.
Really?
I'm like, yes.
How's you? 11? Okay, so what I realized, I kind of realized this when I was thinking about the president. You know, when you become president, they look at all your history. They trying to find anything you've ever done wrong, ever. So I'm like, who can stand up to that type of scrutiny? I couldn't. Nobody. So I'm like, to be a president, maybe your parents got to start grooming you from, you know, from childhood up. Hey, don't do that. Let's keep you a clean record. Let's keep you clean. Your credit. Don't get these credit cards. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. So I was thinking about it, like Reggie said, just to make it a little more where you can relate to it. I come from poverty. I come from very, very poor situation. My family was always like up and down. Some years we had money, and some years we was poor. And like as a kid, you don't know the difference because you're just a kid. You don't really care. You're just playing around, running around. You know. So when she said, "Don't grow up too soon," remember that because when you grown, you got grown problems. You got when you start paying rent, you start paying bills. You're like, oh no. So I was rushing to get here, and now I got all these worries and problems. So I wish I could still be a kid a little longer than I actually did. Another thing I like to say is like us with parents. I'm sure most of you don't have a situation, or some of you might. But like my parents was on drugs and selling drugs, doing drugs. My mother went to prison. My father went to prison. My grandmother raised me. So I call my grandmother mama because she was the one I'm used to seeing like when I was growing up. And then as I grew up, sometimes as a kid you can hold it against your parents. You're like,
Your grandmother was crazy too.
yeah.
Crazy.
The funny part is that I ended up being a boxer, but I'm the least tough person in my family. Like the least to this day. Like so everybody like, oh, you big heavyweight fighter, you doing this and that, and I'm scared of everybody in my family. I'm mostly scared of my sister. Like, and I swear to God about this. I would not. Reggie knows. You couldn't pay me to argue with my sister. I'm can beat them up. I'm sure I could. But then afterwards, they'll shoot me. So I'm going to make it that long. So I wouldn't dare. So the thing I want to do is try to think, like I said, kids that want to become something or want to be president, do anything, start molding yourself from a young age. Don't wait till you're old like us and then you're like, okay, now I want to fix my life. Because then a lot of times it's too late. So if you start at an early age and you have a goal, you have a focus like, okay, like let me ask, what's your name? You, purple shirt. Huh? Hazy. Haley? What do you want to be when you grow up? A doctor. Ooh. Whoa. Yeah, that's a lot of school. That's good. They pay a lot of money. Anything they pay a lot of money take a lot of school. So, yeah, you have to really be focused and dedicated to be a doctor. What about you? What do you want to be? A nurse. Yeah, everyone, my daughter's in college right now for RN. So her mom's an RN, so she's trying to be an RN. My grandmother, my mom, everybody RN. So the nursing thing, one thing you know, you're always gonna have a job. What about you? A doctor too? We're gonna come and share it. Sick, I'm coming
Well,
to
we
share
just
it.
know that if y'all get beat up, we know we got somebody to clean it up.
What about you? What do you want to be? A doctor too? Oh, that's good that y'all are hanging together. And what about you? Military? Oh, you tough.
Yeah, she's tough.
She's tough?
Yeah.
Really? Military. Okay, so this is the thing. Start now. Start now. Wherever you, the first thing you do is you get a goal. And then when you have a goal, that means you got something to work towards. When you got something to work towards, it'll kind of make you have different decisions. Like I tell my daughter, this is her first year in college. What do college kids do? They want to party, they want to drink, they want to... and even if they don't want to do it, that's what's happening because a lot of people go away to college. So now they're finally out of their parents' house. They finally can stay out all night. They finally don't have to answer to nobody. They got friends there. Hey, let's go here, let's go here, hey, let's go here. And they having fun. And what I try to tell my daughter is don't engage in that. I know I sound like the old person trying to stop you from having fun. But what I told her is be more of a mystery to people. Like, if people always see you at every party, at every event, doing what everybody else doing, then you're just like everybody else. You want to be special. So to be special, that means you're doing something that the other person wouldn't do. And the only thing that makes you special is discipline. If you ask Reggie, he's a 3-time world champion. Why? Because he had to have discipline. Because he never smoked before, he never drank before. He had to train, he had to run 5 miles a day, he had to stay out of trouble. He had to do all this while all his friends was having fun. The only time he been drunk was from a punch. Not from a liquid substance. So this the whole thing about it is my message to you guys would be okay. My message to you guys would be get a goal. What would you like to be? I've been looking at you all day. I don't know what's going on. You don't know yet?
I know.
How old are you?
13.
13?
Okay.
What do you think? What do you like?
I don't know.
Nah, you see, that's the problem. A man without a plan, a woman
my
without
little
a
sister. She's my
She
little
is?
sister, and she goes in our room, plays her instrument. She's a band.
Oh, you
She's
play
in
instruments?
band. She does sports, so I'm pretty sure she's going to follow in the line of the whole household and do sports.
So I
Go ahead.
I plan on going to trade school in Houston to I'm gonna open my own shop. And I've been working on four-wheelers and dirt bikes for years and years. So I have a lot of experience to do that.
That'd be good. See, that's the thing. what do you think you might like to do as your girl? You gotta at least have like, okay, maybe these 5 things and I'll pick one, but what do you think you like to do, you might want to be interested in?
Start planning now.
You can't start driving on the freeway without a direction.
What do they call it in the funeral home?
You're gonna run out of gas. You don't even know where you're going. You don't have an unlimited. Yeah, you're gonna have as high as gas prices are. You don't have unlimited gas to waste. You're like, where are we going? I need to know before I take you. So this thing, come up with a plan. I think if you come up with a plan about what you want to do, and be different. And when I say be different, I mean, I wouldn't want to be like the same as, say if you line up 100 guys right here, and all 100 of us do the same thing.
Y'all all be the same.
I want to be special. I want to be different. So to elevate myself, I'm going to make a different choice than those people. I'm going to avoid going to this party or that party. Because this is what a wise person said, you can have fun in the beginning and regret it in the end. Because say while you was partying, or you might get a crime, or you might go to jail, now you got a record. Now you want to straighten up your life, but now it's hard, nobody will give you a job. Because this is the thing you got to remember. When you get in trouble one time, it's like you can never, it's very hard to come out of it. When they say you go to jail, why do they keep you in jail for a year, 5 years, 10 years? It's to repay your debt to society. But then when you get out of jail,
Still paying your debt.
yes, because when you fill out a job application, they're going to say, have you ever been convicted of a crime? As soon as you check yes, tell that, no, you're not working here. Then you want to go somewhere to live, so I'm going to fill out this apartment. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? Oh, you didn't live here? Oh, so I just got out of jail. If I can't work anywhere, if I can't live anywhere, what do I want to do? Go back to crime. I'm like, I got to make money. I got to eat. I got to stay somewhere. So this is the thing. If you avoid all that in the beginning, right now, none of y'all, anybody here got, well, for the children, not the adults. Anybody under 18 got a criminal record in here? One person. And hold on, this is two. Now this is a good thing. You're under 18? Oh, okay.
You thought I was over 18.
Yeah, I did.
This was my height, huh?
Well, you act a little mature. I would think you.
Yeah, I just act mature because of this, that one over there, I don't want to get on her bad radio. Let's stay on her good
So
radio.
Huh?
She
Okay.
She got the
You want to go
connections.
show up and show out?
So what? This is a good thing. Most of the time, for children as a juvenile, whatever you do, most of the time, whatever you do, they stop it and start you over as you're an adult. So if you ever got in trouble, whatever, as a child, and then as you get 17, 18 or over, it kind of starts over. They kind of seal those